Hello, and welcome back to Frostbite Live. I'm your host, Jack Smicko, hailing from Niagara Falls to bring you the unique sound of Southern Ontario rock. It's my pleasure to introduce to you today, OK Camper.
Backyard garden party, I didn't want to stay too long. Said I was so happy to be there, but I wasn't glad at all. There were demons in the front yard, standing by their cars, smiling while we passed them through the smoke of their cigars. A little conversation about some girl they picked up at the bar, who's running for office, or if there is a God. I wanna go home, I wanna go home, I wanna go home, I wanna go hostess was an angel, someone you met at school. You didn't have much in common, but her friendship got you through. She handed you a cocktail and said, make yourself at home. As the wolves circled the garden, could see their faces weren't their own. You said, I need you in this moment, I need your hand to hold. I see the devil in the details, and I'm glad I'm not alone. I wanna go home, I wanna go home, I wanna go home, I wanna go home. I wanna go home, 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 I wanna go home. At a backyard garden party, I didn't wanna stay too long. Said I was so happy to be there, but I wasn't glad at all. You said I need you in this moment, I need your hand to hold. I see the devil in the details, and I'm glad I'm not alone, and I wanna go
First of all, I want to say thank you guys so much for coming to Frostbite Live. It's an absolute pleasure to have you guys here. If you guys want to start by introducing yourselves, please.
I'm Grant Robert Brian Redman.
Why do you have so
Full
many
legal
names?
name.
Sorry, he has more names. Amanda Lynn Parker.
Well, for doing names.
Mark Brian Jacob Martin Hort.
Excuse
His name is my name too.
Joshua James Schreifer.
Whoa.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you all, and thank you guys again for coming in. If you want to tell us about the first song you played, we'd love to hear it.
So the first song was Garden Party, and that's a song about my social anxiety and being somewhere you don't want to be, but going because you're there for someone you care about because they want you there.
Nice. That's awesome. And would you guys like to describe your sound?
I don't know how.
Breathing.
Indie rock, slacker rock.
Slacker rock.
You could say, yeah, indie rock.
Never
I don't
heard
know.
of
Yeah.
Like you said,
But yeah,
similar to like
sure.
Weaker Thans or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
That type of music.
We have a lot of like
Teenage Fan Club.
yeah 90s influences, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
We could definitely hear it.
Yeah.
And how did OK Camper come to be?
It started as like a side project. So Mark and I were playing in a band together, Charles J. Hunk and the Trainwreck, and I was
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Charles. I was just a member of the band, but I'm a closet songwriter, I guess, and I had a handful of songs that I wanted to record, and I had asked Amanda to record. And
He missed the part where we played in Shipwreck. Too.
oh, we were in
So
Shipwreck.
there was
Oh,
an,
that's
there was
right.
an offshoot of Trainwreck.
That's right.
That was
Yeah.
called Shipwreck, where we played all their country songs about 10 times faster and pretended we were a punk rock band. And
Yeah.
I played the bass in there, and that's how I met Grant.
That's how we got to know each other.
And
yeah.
then
That's right.
I record music, so I'm also
Yeah.
an audio engineer. And so
Awesome.
then Grant was like, "Oh, we should record some of my songs." And then when he came to record songs, we started to like obviously try to write the bass and drums and that sort of thing. And then eventually we just became a band instead of being a studio project.
Nice. That's wicked. That's
And the
wicked.
songs never came out.
They
which
never
is
came
good
to
because
be.
now we're
We
Not yet.
changed.
Not yet.
Yeah.
yeah.
He was playing acoustic guitar at first and stuff too, because he was just solo.
They started out very folky, and
Yeah.
then they kind of evolved because we weren't getting the sound that we were like kind of going for. It just something wasn't working,
Yeah.
and so it kind of evolved and got louder, and we added Josh, and yeah, it's kind
Nice.
of like meshing the way it should now.
The rest was history.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
Josh was away in Europe for a year.
We asked him before he left.
That's
Oh.
true.
And
Yeah.
then he was like, "I'm leaving," and we're like, "Oh, okay, so I guess you can't."
But we
be in the
didn't ask
band."
anybody else. We just waited
just
for him to
waited
come
it out.
back.
We didn't want
it out.
It's
We
like
didn't
he-
want anybody
we
else.
wanted his
Yeah, I came back and they were like,
sound.
"Hey,
yeah.
so how about that thing?" And I was like, "Sure."
The first time we saw him when he got back, I was like, "So do you want to be in the band now?"
Nice, nice. Well, I know that a lot of indie rock gets influenced by the places that they're in. Do you find that Niagara region kind of influences your sound at all?
I don't know.
I would say yes.
Yes,
because
it
Yes,
must,
so-
yeah.
we like
Yeah,
well,
we-
we're, a lot of us are songwriters that we're all friends with, and I think we all influence each other in that sort of way. And then it just obviously too with like seeing Music Fest and stuff, there was a lot of like more like heavier music.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of music in St. Catharines just like it feels more right when it gets heavier.
Yeah.
So like when we were playing
Yeah.
folky, it was like, and then you start playing electric guitars, you're like, that's better. That's
Yeah.
more like St. Catharines.
Yeah, that's more comfortable.
You can't not be influenced by the scene.
That's
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not, even if you're not paying close attention, you're influenced.
It seeps
Absolutely.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
It seeps in.
Here I go, making mistakes again. All the same ones I'd hoped to forget. Good intentions, now what a mess. I'm just a weekend reoffender.
that second song you guys played. Do you want to talk a little bit about it?
So the second song was Weekend Reoffender. And that song is about just trying to do better and be better, and how hard
it up.
yeah, and how hard it is to break bad habits. And a lot of people start like on a Monday, oh, I'm not drinking anymore, and then by the weekend you're back at the bar or
12
know?
beers deep.
yeah, exactly. So that's why it's Weekend Reoffender.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, if OK Camper could have a mascot following you guys around everywhere at every show, what would it be?
Cole.
Josh. Cool. Yeah, Grant's son. He's our band manager,
Yeah.
actually. And he's in our music video.
Got
We
it.
have a music video for the last song that we're going to play.
Yeah,
Called
he-
Godspeed.
Cole's our mascot
You can
for sure.
you should watch that music video.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's on YouTube.
Well, if you guys could form a super group out of any number of musicians, dead or alive, who would they be and what genre would it be?
Are we each picking like a
You can
member? And
each
it's
pick
just
one.
we'll decide the genre at the end after
That's a
we
good
pick
idea.
the members.
Do you want to start?
Pick a
I
band
don't understand
member.
the question. Am I creating my own super group, or are we doing it together?
OK Camper is fusing with as many musicians from anywhere, dead or alive.
Oh, we're in the band too?
Yeah, you guys are in the
Oh,
band. You're forming
I'd
the
kick
super
myself
group
out.
yourself.
Me too.
I don't know what to say.
Pick somebody.
Oh, okay. I'd pick Square Pusher. Yeah, he's like an electronic artist, make little funky beats.
Nice.
So a little something that we don't have, and
Yeah.
something obscure, I guess. To throw it in the mix.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody else go first. 'Cause I can't-
I went first.
Oh, next. Next, rather.
I would pick David Bazan from Pedro the Lion. He's my favorite lyricist, songwriter.
I'll pick Elton John because he seems hilarious when he gets mad.
This is. I can't think of anybody right now, but I had a dream one time, like years ago, that like B-Rat from Cypress Hill asked me
Got
to
it.
come up on stage to play drums. He was playing Massey Hall or
They're
something.
touring soon. We should go see
Yeah,
them.
and I played, and it was great.
Wow.
But I'm not a big Cypress Hill
We
fan.
just created the weirdest band
You know.
I think of all time.
No?
All right, what genre is it going to be now? Give it a name. We got dance, like electric. We got Elton John.
It's like dance, hip hop, indie rock,
Experimental.
Crocodile Rock.
crocodile rock.
Crocodile rock.
Yeah, that's the
It's
genre.
crocodile rock.
Crocodile rock.
We're gonna go with crocodile rock.
Nice.
That's our
rock.
final answer.
There you go. And what are your guys' desert island albums? Stranded on a Desert Island could only bring one.
Ooh. I know exactly. My album would be The Breakestra. It's like a compilation
dude,
album
nice,
of like it's like like basically these guys in LA that made an album of all these old funk songs, and so like just everything from James Brown and Sly Stone and everything, and it's one of these albums that doesn't stop. So you play it like for like an hour and a half straight, and it's just it could just loop forever, and I would be okay with it.
Yeah, nice.
Mark?
Again.
Somebody else.
I don't.
Tell us about a
I don't
dream.
think about these things.
Tell us about your dreams, Mark.
Well, I had another dream that I wrote a.
No. Tell us. Okay, you dreamt that you were on a desert island and you had to pick an album that was there with you. What is that album?
Oh yeah, that's the question. An album.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
One
we
album.
can
You
we can
pick-
cut
you get one album.
these dead airs out.
One album.
I'm gonna pick your album for you. We're gonna mutually pick Bob Marley's Legend.
No.
No. Then you better start thinking. Grant?
Desert Island album.
Yeah, Grant, why don't you answer?
Yeah, you go for it.
Something to Write Home About by the Get Up Kids.
No.
That's
What do you look at me for?
Not looking at you.
I'm not looking at it. We're gonna skip Mark because he's not
Something
gonna think of
ska?
something.
That's okay. At the end, we can come back to the question for just you, Mark. We can
Yeah.
come back
Okay.
to it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mark just
Do
has to
that.
sit on the island in silence.
Yeah. That's with my own thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thoughts, why
He
not?
made a bongo drum out of a coconut, and that's his
Yeah.
album. Just-
Amazing.
You got it, Mark. Looking at you, baby.
fine. Just a fleeting thought in the back of my mall accounts. I'm fine. Just a fleeting thought in the back of my mind. It's the call of the
Well, that third song that you guys played, do you want to talk about it?
So that's our newest song. It's called Call of the Void. So I was very much intrigued with the idea of the Call of the Void, or the high place phenomenon.
Yeah.
When you're on the top of like a mountain or
Anything tall.
anything tall, and you like have that urge being like, I could so easily just go.
I could fall.
Right? Or
Yeah.
you're driving your car and you're like, I could just veer into traffic. And it's really intriguing to me that I have that, because I'm such like a cautious person, and I'm just like, why is this happening to me? Like, there's no reason I would want to do that. But I guess what it is, it's like a check on like just how easily life could go like that. So it's almost like it's
Like a survival instinct.
It's a survival instinct.
To know
yeah.
how dangerous
Yeah.
the situation is.
So maybe it's like your body saying, maybe you might want to step back, that kind of thing. And that song came about just from jamming, and Josh came in with a riff. So kind of like collaborated and built it on that.
Nice.
That's Call of the Void.
Amazing. Well, dream festivals. What would you guys want to headline?
the first festival in space.
Yeah, okay.
Good answer.
I would
What
bring
planet?
back Scene Fest, and then
Yeah, Scene Fest, St.
we would
Catherine's, let's
headline
go.
Scene Fest.
Yeah.
Good
Are we
answer,
all
good
picking
answer.
Scene Fest?
Yes.
Sea
Yes.
Fest or the Moon Fest,
Moon
number
First
one.
Moon
Moon
Fest.
Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moon Fest.
Whichever one comes first.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, if you guys were also on a world tour, let's say you hit this dream festival on the world tour, what are some destinations you would also look out for?
I want to play at Red Rocks.
Ooh,
That's
nice.
the coolest venue of
Yes,
all time.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Hollywood Bowl. Just because it's classic.
And anywhere tropical. Come to Brazil.
Yeah.
Brazil.
Hell yeah.
I want to go to
Oh, they-
Japan.
They love music there.
Japan. I want to go to
Yeah,
Japan.
they love rock in Brazil and Argentina. That would be sweet
That
to
would be
play.
the best, actually.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
South America is the place to go. They love
Yeah.
rock music. They're chill.
Awesome. And who are you guys? Who are you guys touring with? Either opening for or headlining for? What's the band?
Super Drag.
Super Drag.
Yeah, Super Drag.
We're really into Super Drag right now.
Nice, wicked. Touring with, either opening for or headlining for. What's the band?
Super Drag.
Super Drag.
Yeah, Super Drag.
We're really into Super Drag right now.
Nice, wicked.
contact, will you leave a message? I just wanna hear your voice. Search the rubble and assess the damage just to make sure you're alright. Godspeed tonight.
Well, that fourth song you played, do you want to talk a little bit about it?
So that song, fourth song's Godspeed. That is, I wrote that song after a loss that I had, and yeah, I talked to someone on the phone almost every day, and then all of a sudden they were gone. So as part of like my grieving process, I wrote a song and just kind of wishing them farewell on their journey. So.
And we
Godspeed.
made a music video where we ripped off E.T.
Yes, we did.
Don't tell Steven.
No.
As in Spielberg?
Yeah.
Don't tell
We're
Steven
on a first
Spielberg.
name basis.
Yeah, don't tell him.
Yeah, well, we called him up
His
for
lawyer.
advice, you know, and he was just like cool with it. Yeah.
There you go.
He said, use the fog.
He said, more
said,
fog,
"Get a
more
fog
fog, more
machine."
fog.
There was a fog machine.
Yeah, there's lots of space reference, so it fit perfectly.
Awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And what do you guys want people to think when they see you play?
They were okay.
Yeah. That's the best answer.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just that.
Yeah.
And what's next for you guys? Any shows? Any posts?
We just need to finish recording
We
our
need to-
music. We have a lot
yeah.
of songs, and we just have not put them out.
Yeah.
So
Fair
that's what we're doing next.
Yeah.
We started recording a couple more, and
Yeah.
just got to finish them.
We're going to put an album out.
We're also
Yeah.
playing shows soon. Tell them about that.
Oh, that's true. We
Yeah.
are playing shows. When are
Yeah.
they?
We are playing
Camp Cataract.
Camp Cataract.
Nice.
March 13th.
March 13th with Fast Eddie.
I don't know when this is going to come out. Maybe our show is
Yeah.
already passed.
That's true.
I think it should possibly be out. It should be. Yeah.
And then
So look out for it.
And March,
March 28th at Warehouse.
Nice.
And we don't know with who yet.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was just going to ask.
We'll find out.
Woohoo.
It's a surprise.
Super drag.
That'd be
I don't even think they play anywhere.
And where can we find you guys? What are the handles?
Mostly Instagram at ok.camper. Facebook, YouTube. Check out our music video.
We made it ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
With Steven's help.
With Steven.
With his ideas. With Steven,
his
all of his ideas.
Yeah, we wanted him to contribute monetarily,
But
but
Grant-
he just wasn't going
Yeah.
to commit. Yeah.
Grant's son did a really good job. He acted in the video.
Yeah, Cole.
Nice.
Cole's the man.
So shout out to Cole, our band
He's also
manager.
our manager and our producer.
Yeah. He has a lot of opinions.
He does have a lot of opinions, and he's usually
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
He gets paid in Lego and video games.
Video games.
We buy him video games and Lego when he starts in
Yeah.
our videos. So.
There you go. And how old is this, Cole?
He's 9.
He's 9.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. Any last words from you guys?
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, you
Thank
guys are
you.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this has been
thanks.
a lot
This
of
was
fun.
great.
Yeah. It's a really good time.
We're so unbelievably happy to have you guys today.